Aurous is one of my favorite Pokemon, so it hurts me to say that it has one of the worst defensive typings in the whole game. With it being a rock and ice type, ice isn't the worst defensively. It's weak to fighting, rock, fire, and steel. Rock and steel moves aren't too common. In fact, the main problem with ice is that it only resists itself. So if Aurous was just an ice type, it wouldn't be too bad, but it's also a rock type as well, and rock is weak to a lot of stuff. And when you combine the two, Aurous ends up having a lot of weaknesses, including being 4 times weak to fighting and 4 times weak to steel. But in a meta without Urshifu, this is pretty much the only time where I'm going to be able to use Aurous without losing every single match. But all jokes aside, after using it for a bit, I think it's actually quite underrated. Aurous has the ability Snow Warning, which summons Snow on entry for 5 turns. And Snow is nice because it increases the defense of Ice-type Pokemon by 1 stage. And it makes it so Blizzard never misses. So of course, we have to run Blizzard here. For our other moves, we have Earth Power, Protect, and Freeze Dry. And because Aurous does want to be in the snow, we're going to be running Mega Bomber Snow along with it to fully take advantage of spamming Blizzard. Now, Aurous and Mega Bomber Snow don't have the best speed, so we're going to be running Frigoraph with Trick Room so we can go first in most scenarios. We're also going to give Aurous the Chopper Berry as it halves the damage of fighting type moves against us so we don't instantly go down to them. Here's the rest of the team, and if you do enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and let's get into the matches. Jump scare, you never thought you'd see me in the team preview, you never thought you'd see it, but here we are. I did a poll, and everyone said that, well basically everyone said that I should do team preview, so here we are, we're doing a team preview. Our opponent's running a Trick Room team because they have a Ranguru. Like whenever I see a Ranguru or like Hatanine, I basically always assume that's Trick Room. Yeah, and they're Fortress here, so yeah. If they send out a Ranguru, what I'll do is I'll let them sell Trick Room, not me, because if I do it, obviously it'll just get reversed. But yeah, I mean, like, let's see what happens. They send out Rotom and Infernape, so no Ranguru. Okay, cool. We'll just use Protect with Aurous and Trick Room. They can't use Fake Out because Frigoraph has Armor Tail. They swap out Infernape. And they go to Fortress. Okay, not sure what Fortress can really do here, to be honest. There's Protect. Rotom, what does Rotom do? Hydro Pump onto Aurous. We're protected. One of Aurorus's many weaknesses, water. And there's Trick Room. Okay, cool. I think... Do I wanna use Freeze Round to Rotom? And not Blizzard. I mean, yeah, okay. I think what we do is we use Freeze Dry. We swap out Frigoraph into Bomber Snow. And then just sort of launch off Blizzard. We could use Aurora Veil, we could. But I'm thinking Blizzard. They use Body Press, Chopper Berry. This will probably do a lot of damage still. Yeah. Fortress does have a lot of defense, so yeah, it makes sense. Freeze Dry. This should do a lot of damage. Yeah, okay. That's decent. Hydro Pump onto a Bomber Snow. We take it. Okay, do we double Blizzard here? Will it KO Rotom? Probably. Okay, you know what? I'm doing it. Blizzard and Mega and Blizzard again. Actually, wait. Okay, what we do is we Protect Mega and we use Giga Drain onto Rotom. Just to sort of preserve Aurorus's health. Okay, they swap out Rotom. And go into Infernape. Okay, good play. This is sort of a sticky situation here. Giga Drain. It actually still does decent damage to Infernape. I mean, like, Infernape isn't tanky at all, so it makes sense. Body Press. Onto a Bomber Snow. Did they read the Protect? I mean, they must have, no? Okay, I sort of want a double Blizzard. I sort of do. They're gonna use Fake Out onto someone though. Probably onto Aurora. Okay, let's go into Slowking. And I feel like I want to use Aurora Veil while we still can. Okay, we use Aurora Veil, go into Slowking, use Flamethrower onto Fortress. I don't think a one-shot, but it should do good damage. They use Protect. No Fake Out, which is interesting. I assume they use Body Press onto Slowking here. No, Volt Switch. Okay, what's going on? What? Volt Switch wouldn't have killed. Did they predict me switching? They must have. I don't know what's going on here. Let's use Side Shock onto Infernape. And then Blizzard. Garchomp should go down. Police is Protect, I want to say. Okay, they swap out Garchomp. And go back into Fortress. What is happening? I don't know what is going on. Are they stalling Trick Room? I couldn't tell you. I actually I couldn't tell you. Blizzard actually does good damage. Does it freeze? No. Okay, Snow stops, which is annoying. And Trick Room goes. That's fine. We can just sell Trick Room again. They go back into Infernape. I don't think they had Fake Out because they didn't use it when they could have. Let's just use Trick Room here. And with Abominable Snow, we'll use, to be fair, we could... Okay. I feel like they're gonna use Body Press onto Abominable Snow. I was gonna swap Abominable Snow into Aurous to start up the snow, but probably not smart. Okay, I think we just use Shadow Ball onto Fortress and try to do some damage. Okay, they do have Fake Out. There's Body Press. Doesn't kill. I'll be so real. I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea what is going on. I'm just sort of here. I'm just sort of here watching the match along with you guys at this point. Okay, let's use Trick Room here. I mean, maybe they predicted me swapping into Frigoraph to stop Fake Out the first time. Maybe. I think I'm gonna go into Frigoraph, knowing that they're gonna use Body Press. Frigoraph will survive. Quick Claw Fortress. Mad. Mach Punch doesn't work. We have an Armatel. These Volt Switch. Okay. That's fine. They go back into Garchomp, right? Yeah, Garchomp. There's Trick Room. Let's use Side Shock onto Infernape. With Frigoraph, we'll just use Psychic. Yeah, Psychic onto Garchomp. Okay, sure. They swap Infernape out. They go to Fortress. And then Mega Garchomp. Okay. I don't know what our opponent's cooking here. But they're definitely cooking something. I just couldn't tell you what. Side Shock. Fortress does survive it. That Psychic does decent damage. They use Earthquake. They're gonna KO Fortress! What? What? We just use Side Shock. We just use Side Shock onto Infernape and Hyper Voice, or I don't even know. Okay, Psychic onto Garchomp, end the match. End it! Get me out of here! Get me out of here! They use Protect to stall Trick Room. Okay, makes sense. Psychic. Okay. What does Garchomp do? Earthquake. Okay. I think Slowking goes down. Yeah, it does. I think we still win. We go into Aurous, we use Blizzard, and that should be it. And they forfeit. To be fair, Aurous didn't really do anything, but the team put in a good shift, so I'm happy with the performance. Okay, so our opponent has a Rain team with Chaladon and Pelipper here. Snorlax on the team as well. Honestly, yeah, Snorlax is actually underrated. It is. No one runs it, but it's actually, like, first of all, under Trick Room, the thing's a monster. And even without Trick Room, Snorlax is actually a beast. Like, it's so tanky. Does so much damage naturally. I mean, yeah, like, Snorlax is definitely underrated. But anyway, though, let's choose Aurous and Frigoraph, Abominable Snow, and for the final slot, we'll just choose Slowking again. No reason not to. Okay. They decide to lead off with Pelipper and Chaladon. Okay, so the standard. I think we should overwrite the rain, right? Because we're slower. Yeah. That's actually big. That's big. Okay, I think we're actually good to just launch off Blizzard first turn. Yeah, and then we can just use Trick Room. Yeah, why not? How much damage are we doing here? How much damage are we doing? They use Surf. We take it. Okay, not gonna lie. Not using Protect actually may have been dumb. Because if they use Flash Cannon here, it's all over. If they use Flash Cannon, it's actually done. It's cooked. No Flash Cannon, they use Electro Shot. That's probably just muscle memory, you know. That's probably just muscle memory. Honestly, yeah, like, our Chaladon and Pelipper together are so dumb to the point where you could just probably just press Electro Shot first turn and just win most matches. And there's Trick Room. I think we just Blizzard and we use Hyper Voice here. And that's it. The GOAT Aurous. The GOAT. They send out Snorlax. And they send out Basculegion. Okay, Trick Room's up for 2 more turns. What we do is I think we use Protect. Yeah, okay. I think we swap in a Abominable Snow. We use Giga Drain onto Basculegion. And then we just Blizzard with Aurous. The Quick Claw on Snorlax. Why does everyone have the Quick Claw? I mean, like, I know that there's no items in the game right now, but the Quick Claw proccing 2 times in a row. Self-destruct, hurrah! What? I didn't expect it to use self-destruct like that. Did we just win? Just like that? I don't know. I mean, the Bomber Snow goes down, but now it's a what? Now it's a 3v1. We just freeze dry here. Yeah, freeze dry and then side shot. That should be it. The side shot does good damage. Freeze dry to clean up. They actually survived. What? Aurous! Aurous! What are you doing? What? Okay. You know what, yeah? Put some respect on Aurous' name. It left Basque Legion on 1 HP, but in the end it cleaned up and got us the win. So big up Aurous. Inception! Inception! We're fighting another snow team. What is going on? Okay, let's just lead off with Aurous and Frigraph. We'll bring a Bomber Snow. And of course, I mean, like, let's just bring Slowking. Let's just bring Slowking. At this point, this is just the core. This is the core. Okay, so they send out a Bomber Snow and Ninetales. I think what we do here is we just use Protect. And with Frigraph, we use Trick Room. Okay. Ninetales does get Encore. It does get Encore. But doesn't have it. Normally, they run Encore with Gengar, and Gengar wasn't on their team. So maybe it doesn't have Encore. I mean, like, what? Like, what's, like, the typical Ninetales set? It's like, what? Blizzard, Aurora Veil, Dazzling Gleam / Moonblast, and Protect? Don't know. But anyway, they use Blizzard. And we're taking it. And there's Trick Room. Okay, over here, let's use Blizzard. And you know what? Let's go into a Bomber Snow. Yeah. Hopefully Ninetales doesn't have Encore. Hopefully it doesn't. We'll see. Blizzard. Does good damage to a Bomber Snow. Ninetales does tank it though. Blizzard. We take it. A Bomber Snow uses Blizzard. The battle of the Blizzards, huh? The battle of the Blizzards. In rebuttal, we use Blizzard and we Mega. And guess what? We use Blizzard again. Mega Bomber Snow uses Blizzard. There Bomber Snow goes down. Blizzard. Ninetales barely survives it. And now they use Blizzard. And our Bomber Snow goes down. Let's go into Slowking here. They send out Aerodactyl. I think we win. Aerodactyl could have Wide Guard, it could. Hopefully it doesn't. Let's use Blizzard. And if it has it, we'll just use Side Shock onto Ninetales and make sure that it goes down here. Side Shock, okay, no Wide Guard, no Wide Guard. Ninetales is gone. Does Aerodactyl have to focus there? It does. Okay. What did they use here? Rock Slide? Yeah, Rock Slide. Sure. They go into Garchomp, and from there, the match is basically done. We use Blizzard, we Side Shock onto Garchomp, and that's it. I mean, overall, there was nothing that really gave us any trouble. We didn't run into any fighting types. I mean, fighting types in this meta aren't really common apart from Sneasler, so, I mean, it makes sense. The thing is, yeah, even though Urshifu and Golden Go aren't in the game, and Aurous is weak to both of them, Aurous does get a decent amount of moves for coverage. For example, Freeze Dry that can KO Urshifu, and it does get Earth Power to take off Golden Go. So, you know what? Game Freak did cook with Aurous. They didn't cook with the typing, but they definitely cooked with the coverage though. Anyway, let me know what you think of Aurous in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.